Hey folks, this is Kalani. Quite a few changes have been made this week which will reduce the amount of effort and gold you will need to put into your legendary crafting. Certain materials will drop more often, we have more options for how to spend the cosmic flux currency, and there are some massive currency buffs that will make legendary crafting much easier. Before we jump in, be sure to hit up that like button and subscribe so you never miss another video. So the first change that is going to make legendary crafting significantly easier, or at least faster, is a brand new item. The Bag of Explored Souls can be purchased from Velo, the Enlightened Broker Quartermaster in Haven over in Zereth Mortis. The bag will cost you 3,000 Cosmic Flux, and it will contain enough Soul Ash and Soul Cinders for the Runecarver to craft a powerful legendary item. I don't know why they need to be a bit ambiguous about it. It contains 5,150 Soul Ash and 1,650 Soul Cinders, the exact amounts you need to craft a max level legendary, so that's convenient. There are only two restrictions for purchasing this item, obviously that 3,000 Cosmic Flux currency cost, but then you also need to be honoured with the Enlightened Brokers. So if you've been ignoring the rep grind in patch 9.2 so far, you won't be able to make use of this new item sadly. Rep farming for the Enlightened Brokers is pretty easy though. If you do the weekly quest, the weekly boss and some world quests here and there, you should hit honoured pretty quickly. As for Cosmic Flux, if you play in the Zereth Mortis zone or any endgame content, that's going to fill your currency tab pretty quickly. With this item in the game, you arguably never have to go back into Torghast ever again. The only two important currencies from Torghast were Soul Ash and Soul Cinders, and now you can just trade Cosmic Flux for them in massive heaps. That also kind of increases the cost of a rank 7 legendary from 2,000 Cosmic Flux up to 5,000 Cosmic Flux if you wanted to only use the Cosmic Flux currency, which does sound quite expensive, but it's completely up to you. The main thing this new item provides you with is a choice or agency. You decide how to get the materials you need for a legendary upgrade. This item just adds to the pool of choices. Now, while this item itself is not account bound, which is silly in my opinion, they really need to think twice about what should and shouldn't be account bound right from the get-go, but anyway, both of the currencies which this bag will provide, Soul Ash and Soul Cinders, can be traded to alts via the Bonesmith vendor in Korthia, so you can technically use this to buy mats for your alts. You just have to do a bit more legwork and you're going to lose some currency in the trade. Now, I feel it is worth noting that while Cosmic Flux may seem to have very few uses right now, and you're probably sitting on a massive stockpile of this stuff if you're active in the Zereth Mortis zone or you take part in other types of content, but Cosmic Flux is going to be very important in the near future. When the Creation Catalyst opens up, you will be able to spend your Cosmic Flux to create your own tier set gear. The costs aren't massively high. I think the most expensive slots will cost you 1,500 Cosmic Flux, so it's not going to cost all that much, but you will need some leftover Cosmic Flux if you want to take advantage of this system as soon as it becomes available. Last time I heard, the plan was to open the Catalyst up after 8 weeks of patch 9.2, which puts us around April 19th, if I can look at a calendar correctly, so don't go spending all your flux before that system goes live. It does also have a charge system, so you won't be able to make more than one set piece in the first week from what we know, so it's not like you have to hoard all of your Cosmic Flux, just don't spend every penny that you have. This new item is going to be great for anyone who has plenty of Cosmic Flux to throw around, just lying there in their bags burning a hole in it, but there's also a fantastic change for everyone else too. The amount of Soul Cinders you can earn in Torghast has been significantly increased, especially for higher layers. A layer 9 run will now reward you with 460 Soul Cinders, which is about double what it previously was if I remember correctly, but a layer 13 run will now reward you with 1,000 Soul Cinders, a massive chunk of that currency, which ensures that as you clear higher levels, you are definitely going to be rewarded for it if Soul Cinders are your main goal. Now, I would still recommend you clear the highest layer that you can comfortably breeze through. I wouldn't struggle for those extra cinders because you can farm whatever layer you want as many times as you want, so the fastest Soul Cinders farm will still be the layers that you don't have to break a sweat in for the most part, but the higher rewards across the board are definitely nice. It's not just Soul Cinders by the looks of things too, you'll also get a lot more Soul Ash for Torghast clears. Soul Ash probably wasn't as much of a problem as Soul Cinders in general, but it's going to be nice earning almost 3,000 Soul Ash per clear at those higher levels. Either way you look at it, getting the currencies required for legendary crafting will be much easier and faster with these changes in play, which means we can tinker about with different legendary effects without having to worry about how many Torghast runs we need. The currency changes will hopefully make it less likely for you to want to destroy a legendary to get the material refunds too, because, I mean, let's be honest, no one really wants to scrap their legendary gear, they just don't want to do Torghast more than they want to keep the legendary. Now you can do both. Now I know what you might be thinking. Great. Fantastic. I don't really have to worry about Soul Ash or Soul Cinders again when I want to try out a new legendary effect or item. That's cool, but that's not really my problem right now, Kalani. What about those crazy base items that cost an arm and a leg? I can't shell out hundreds of thousands of gold every time I want to make a new legendary. And I agree, it's a problem. The dev team also seems to agree because we have another change that should help address those concerns at least a little bit. One of the most expensive parts of crafting a legendary base item at rank 7 especially are the Progenitor Essentia legendary materials. They only come from Zereth Mortis and they're pretty rare, so naturally they're also expensive. Well, Blizzard is increasing the drop rate of Essentia, so hopefully more supply moving around the market will help reduce the prices going forward. On our server, the price already dropped from 20k per Essentia yesterday down to nearly 10k per Essentia right now, so I guess it's already working pretty well. That's not all though. Pretty much every raw material that goes into the actual base item crafting itself, so almost every cloth, leather and ore has had its drop chance or drop amount increased as well. For the full list here, Progenitor Essentia, Heavy Callous Hide, Lightless Silk, Callous Hide, Leystrite Ore, Aletheium Ore, Selenium Ore, Oxine Ore, Phaedrum Ore and Synvia Ore should all be easier or faster to obtain with these changes in place. That's going to reduce the prices of all raw materials across the board, which will reduce the cost of learning the legendary recipes yourselves, if that's something that you've been wanting to do, or just reducing the cost of legendary crafting in general, which should in turn lower prices of legendary base items on the auction house. So no matter how you look at it, these buffs to drop chances and drop amounts should lead to cheaper legendary crafting in general, so you won't have to spend quite as much gold. So keep an eye on the prices of the items that you want. They might start to steadily decrease as more supply enters the market and things get a little bit cheaper. But that's all of the hotfixes and changes relating to legendary crafting and how it's going to be easier and faster to get whatever legendary you want with all these changes in play. What do you think of these changes from what you've seen so far? Do you think Cosmic Flux needs more uses in game? And is there anything specific you wish you could buy with Cosmic Flux? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and to everyone who subscribed on Twitch. You can see their names floating by on screen. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.